We're back in Conyers, Georgia, in Rockdale County, right in the middle and smack in the middle of the state, not too far from Atlanta. This is Interstate 20. Atlanta's that way about 20, 25 miles. This is the old exit 41. It's now exit 80 and the Holiday Inn, man. Hey, I remember the first time the whole cast met when we read that first episode?
Yeah.
Let's go back to the swimming pool.
I remember. We were a big deal, wasn't it?
You gonna go swimming? Warner Brothers Television came here to shoot the first 5 episodes in the fall of '78.
I remember that well. I remember the first time I saw Daisy. It was right on the other side of the wall there.
Yeah, what'd you think?
I didn't know that was Daisy until I met her.
I'll tell you, first time I said that girl make a bulldog break his chain. I'll tell you what, make a freight train go up a dirt road, make the deacon drop his Bible. I'm telling you. Yeah, well anyway, here we were sitting around this table here. Denver Powell playing Uncle Jesse, one of America's great character actors. Sorrel Book as Boss Hogg, Jimmy Best, and then we had seen them in all those movies over those years. And with you and I, we knew we had a good foundation of character actors with great experience. And then we had Tom Wopat show up from Broadway and John Schneider. You know, he was 18 years old when we started, and he was I guess he was afraid they wouldn't hire him if they knew how young he was.
Well, he'd had to have a nanny. He would have. He'd had to have a nanny and a school teacher.
But there he was, these great looking guys, and you add Catherine Bach, Daisy Duke to that, and we knew we had something good. We didn't know it was going to take right off like it did, and that 27 years later we'd be sitting around here talking about it, but we had great chemistry. We all stayed here for 2 months and sort of became a family.
Yep.
The show moved to California and we lived here. I continued to live in Georgia, and all that, I tell you, all that flying back and forth, 25 trips a year to California and back, my arms really got tired of all that flying. And you still laugh at bad jokes. That's a good thing.
I like that joke. I really like that. I use that sometimes on kids, you know.
Why don't we look around the old place here and then, hey, and go and find some of those places where we originally filmed, you know, like the first jump and the old Boar's Nest.
Boar's Nest is still here.
Boar's Nest is still there.
I'd like to see the Boar's Nest.
Well, we'll go see
the Boar's Nest.
Let's look around here.
They had some great sayings.
Look around here.
You remember all those sayings at the Boar's Nest, like a guinea's a good watchdog, and you can't beat that.
I told you had a screw loose. There it is.
Hey, maybe did that fall out of the camera?
The costume department, the prop department, and the office, the production offices, and all of those were along this row right here. Wait a minute. No, that wasn't Daisy's room.
Oh, you don't know.
Maybe this was Daisy's room.
You don't remember.
No, that was Daisy's room right there. Yeah. No.
There's somebody in there.
This is Bo Duke's room, 112. John Schneider. John Schneider, if you're watching this, we hope you behaved in here. We're going to see a famous national shrine now, so proper respect, y'all.
National Shrine. I thought it was Daisy's room we was looking at.
That's it. Daisy! Daisy! Oh, I guess she's still
Get up, Daisy.
Y'all, this was where Catherine Bach stayed in the fall of 1978 and became Daisy Duke. Internationally famous now.
Yeah, $3 million legs.
Well, that's right. She had her legs insured.
Yeah, they were
by
insured.
Lloyd's of London for $3 million. I thought they were worth about $10 million myself.
That's about $250,000 a toe or so.
That's pretty good.
Hello?
Oh well.
I don't think she's there.
Now, maybe she's down at the Boar's Nest.
Let's go there.
Yeah. I'm heading for the town square first. I was going to go to the Boar's Nest first, but we're right here. Yeah, I do too.
Covington this way, Conyers that way. You know where you're going. Oh, look at here, look at here. My heart's beating funny.
Now, this hasn't hardly changed, and the reason that so many films shoot here in Covington is because this town square could be you know, 1890 or 1930 or 1970 or present.
Look at that.
It's one way. In those days, it was two ways. Remember all that chasing around we did down here?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, they have improved it, and they got it one way now, haven't they?
There's a spot.
You know, right now you're thinking, well, all these people are gonna recognize us and come up and want our autograph and stuff like that.
No.
I bet you nobody recognizes us,
That's
even
right.
though I got my jacket on, it says Dukes of Hazzard, and it says Enos right here, and you ain't changed much except your hair. You've been blondining it, and I know you're
Well,
not.
I wanted to look more distinguished, so I started putting this white shoe polish in it, you see. Try to make myself look a little older.
Well, it's working, boy. It's
Thank
working.
you. For the first 5 episodes, this was the courthouse of Hazzard County. Of course, it's the Newton County Courthouse. And Boss Hogg's office was up there. We shot a whole lot here and on the old town square here. And around the square, we did a lot of chasing around here. In the very first episode, this was used a lot. Right here.
I remember mules.
The mules on the mules.
mules.
Yeah.
I was chasing the Duke boys, wasn't I? Around the square. or not?
You were always chasing the Duke boys, Sonny. Behind us here, right across the street, used to be Fowler's Feed Warehouse. And right here behind us is where the very first jump of the General Lee happened. If you look at the early episodes, it was used in the first title shots. And Cooter was driving the police car, and the General Lee was chasing the police car because Cooter had stolen Roscoe's car, but that's a whole nother story, remember?
You were doing it. Don't mind me. Oh, you're Cooter, yeah.
That's right. Actually, I'm Cooter's evil twin, but that's a whole nother story too. So the warehouse was there. You saw the police car come over, and then putting it out much further than the police car was the General Lee. Went up in the air and landed down in there. And of course, that's you can still see that jump anytime you watch the early episodes of the Dukes of Hazzard. Later, they replaced that in the titles with the shot of Gary Baxley jumping across a river, which was a world record jump at that time. We did the best action ever filmed for television. There's no doubt about that.
Some kids try to say, yeah, I jumped my tricycle. I said, don't do it because you might hurt yourself, you know. But anyway, those stuntmen were trained greatly, and they did a tremendous job. So this is the track you were talking
Yeah,
about.
that's the railroad track, old Georgia Railroad there. And I believe those skid marks are still there from the General Lee, 27 years later.
Cut it out. That's what you meant when you said tractor still there.
Let's go eat.
All right.
Sonny, I don't know if you remember it or not, but there was a scene, I think it was in High Octane, where Uncle Jesse's car is pulled over by Roscoe, and they search the car. They take it completely apart. And that was shot right here, but in those days, that wasn't there, and none of that was there, and these poles weren't here, and this industrial park wasn't here. These big trucks were nowhere around, and there was no stoplight there. This was just a little intersection of 2 old country roads. So it shows you how much has changed since then. There's a lot more traffic out here too. The only thing that was here when that film was seen that's still shown is that cow pasture over yonder in that old barn. Come on, we ain't got to the boar's nest yet. Come on,
What
let's
are you
go.
stopping here for?
Just to show you. Just wanted to show you how things have changed. Yeah, I've gotten better looking. Oh, this is one of the prettiest places in Georgia. This is the old campus of Emory University, started here. And this is now the Oxford College of Emory University in Oxford, Georgia. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful old campus. But it was right here, one of the first jumps, remember? And it closes the titles of every episode of Dukes of Hazzard when the general jumps over the police car. So it's right here, that jump that's used in the title shots for years and years and years. And now people have seen this building and this spot, you know, for 27 years all over the world. shooting on location in those days, those first shows had a different kind of quality to them. It was much more realistic, I think, had a different look. The California shows looked more like westerns, really. It didn't have this kind of green everywhere. But it all worked. So back to the old boar's nest. All that honky-tonkin' and barroom brawls and carrying on and drinking and...
It ain't happening now.
No.
Boy, it's kind of changed
Well,
now.
that's what you might call ironic.
Deliverance Christian Tabernacle.
That's got a new landlord there. The best.
You bet. Wow. Look at here. You can't beat that. We had a lot of good times in there, didn't we?
Yeah. There was a big cart, chase thing that happened right in front here. I remember that. And it was here, the scene where, in the titles, where Daisy pushes, as
Yeah.
that
Yeah, Sheriff Roscoe, right about here, wasn't it? Where she
yeah, kicked him over. Son, it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, it has. I didn't know if I'd remember all this, but
Well, it's 27 years, Sonny, and we went to the Holiday Inn, where it all started, back to the original courthouse square in Hazzard County, and where the first jump was across those railroad tracks there. We even went to Daisy Duke's room. You ready to roll?
yeah, boy.
Good seeing you too.
Hey, good to see you, Ben. God bless you. Hey, let me ask you something.
What?
You remember that time you jumped that daggum car and how did you do that? I don't see how you did it, boy.
Well, the reason the General Lee was so powerful is because it had a good mechanic.
Well, I know that. You just kept it souped up, boy. You kept it souped up.
Wouldn't change if they could. Fighting the system like a true modern day Robin Hood.